Hello everyone, and welcome again to another instructional video from the Southern Christian Writers Conference. My name is Cheryl Ray. I'm the coordinator of the organization, and I love getting on here and sharing information with you that I hope can help you improve your writing and help you enjoy the process even more. So today I want to talk with you about one of my favorite things to write, and that is the personal essay. The personal essay is something that can really reach people. It's a wonderful way to share about your personal experiences and how moments in your life have really affected you, and then they can really reach the reader also on a really personal level. And so today what I want to talk about is 7 different tips that will help you write personal essays with heart. Now, first off, what is a personal essay? A personal essay is a story. It's a true story based on your own experiences, written in a way that utilizes some creative storytelling techniques. And so it's a true story, but you're writing about it in a creative way. And there's personal essays everywhere. You see them a lot on social media these days. Writers like Rick Bragg, Sean Dietrich, those are some of the more popular ones here in the South. These are people that just tell about personal stories in their own lives and then relate it to the readers' lives. So here are 7 things that I think will help you as you write personal essays and will help you write essays that really have heart to them. First off, write about what you know. So personal essays are just that. They are personal. They're based on things you know. So think about your life. Think about things that you have experienced. Think about moments that have been really important to you. Think about trips you've been on. Think about people that mean something to you. Even think about some small little moment that's happened to you that has made you think, wow, there's meaning in that, and I could write about that. So first then is to write about something you know. 2, to be able to really have heart and put heart into your personal essays, you want to write about something that is universal. So you want to write about something that other people can identify with. So if I'm going to pick some situation that I've been through that really meant something to me, I want to make sure that it also will mean something to someone else. I recently wrote a personal essay about playing word games with my grandmother when I grew up. And I think that's a universal thing because right now word games are very popular. People love Wordle, they love other word games. And so that's something that I think can really tap into the nostalgia of that and really relates to something that everybody really can understand. So you want to make sure that you're writing about something that is universal. 3, the third thing that I think is going to help you write personal essays with heart is to know what your purpose is. Why are you wanting to write this essay? Are you wanting to make an emotional connection with the reader? Are you hoping to persuade someone about something, to change their mind? Are you hoping just to entertain someone? What is your purpose? There's a lot of different purposes in writing personal essays. I love to read personal essays, and I can read them and I can know, oh, the purpose that that writer had was to really get me right here and help me relate to something that is, something I've experienced. It may have made me emotional, or maybe I've read a personal essay and it's just got me really fired up about something. So I know that their purpose was really to help me see their point of view. So know what your purpose is going into the writing of it. Number 4, include true personal details. So you are not making up a story, you're telling your story, and you're going to really reach a reader, and your essay will have heart if it has personal details. So when I am writing a personal essay, I want to give really good, strong details. So I want to explain, what really happened. I want to describe a scene really well. I want to give all of the details that I can, and I want to make sure that I'm writing about it in a really true, honest way. So think about that as you're writing. Instead of just telling what happened, how can I show that with personal details that will make my story come to life? The next one, and this really relates to what I was just talking about using those personal details, and this is our 5th tip, and that is to use storytelling techniques. When you write your essay, when you tell your story through your essay, you can get creative. So you can use storytelling techniques that we often see in fiction. So use things like setting and description and dialogue and all of those things that we see so much in fiction can really work with your personal essays. I wrote an essay one time about one of my daughters going off to college, and it was very emotional, but I wanted to give lots of personal details through storytelling techniques. So I wrote some memories, and I tried to really evoke the senses, and I described where she was going and what her new dorm looked like, that sort of thing. And so I used description in those situations. I used some dialogues, some conversations that we had. So use any kind of techniques you can use that you might use in other creative ways, but you hadn't really thought about maybe using it in true stories. The sixth point that I think will really help you, the sixth tip that will help you create a essay that really makes an impact and has heart, is to think about your structure. Now, just because we're writing something that is creative or we're writing something that is emotional based on our experiences does not mean it doesn't need to be planned and it doesn't need to have good structure to it. So think about things like, how am I going to start my essay? You want to really get into the heart of your essay as soon as you can. So when I'm writing an essay, I usually like to really start off with maybe a phrase that will really capture the attention of my reader and make him or her want to keep reading and really get involved in it. Maybe you could put yourself and put your reader into a very dramatic moment in the middle of something that is happening. Maybe you could write an opener that has some kind of shocking information, or maybe a really great quote from someone. Use something really powerful, strong, that's going to get your reader's attention right at the beginning. I love it when I read an essay that just grabs me and makes me want to keep reading. So think about the structure, think about the beginning, then think about how you want to structure your essay as a whole. So do you want to tell it chronologically? Do you want to start with something and then go back in the past? Do you want to just write it like a story? Do you want to put it together thematically with different points? So think about how you want to structure that. And then think about how you want to end your essay. I love creating this kind of circle structure. So if I start off with something that's really powerful, I want to maybe link back to that at the ending. I want to really leave my reader with a strong sense of feeling like this was really something that was well written. I love it when I read an essay and at the end I go, oh, wow, that was great. So I would love to have that kind of response from my reader. And then 7, the final tip to help you write an essay with heart is to be authentic. You are telling a story that is so important to you, that you somehow have been impacted by and that has made an impression on you. So you want to let your authentic self show. You want your voice to be heard. You want it to come across as true and honest and authentic and real. So make sure that you really put yourself into your essay. Make sure you are, involving yourself, your emotions, your feelings, the impact that this had on you, and that the reader can feel that through all these other kind of techniques and tips I've already mentioned. So those 7 things I hope will help you as you write a personal essay. If you are interested in learning more about a personal essay, here in the SCWC YouTube channel, you can actually purchase access to a workshop we did recently that had sessions on writing personal essays and also had sessions on writing devotionals, and it was just a really, really good workshop, and it had lots of great examples from personal essays. We read personal essays, we wrote them together, and so if you're interested in that, you can go look at our workshop channel and see information about that. We would love to have you check that out. But in the meantime, I would challenge you, if personal essays if that's something you've never thought about writing, think about it. Think about what moments today? What moments this week? What moments in your past? What moments have an impact on you? And then ask yourself, how can I put that together? How can I write that in personal essay form? Thank you for being with me again for this video, and stay tuned for more instructional and inspirational advice from the SCWC.